How long have you guys been waiting?
Well, over 3 hours now.
How many?
Over 3 hours.
These types of wait times in New York's sub-freezing temperatures today have many Americans reaching a boiling point.
You've been out of work for how many days now?
9.
9 days.
For Amani Winston, it's getting in the way of her working again. She tested positive more than a week ago. Like thousands of others, struggling to find a testing site, she took the subway to this location.
So this is your third attempt today?
Yeah, we came from the Bronx to come down here.
Why? What happened with the first 2 lines?
Long, very long.
They kicked us off the line because they only accepted 100 people.
That's all?
Yeah.
100 people for the day. Yeah. What happened at the second line?
We did it, but we need a rapid one.
The difficulty with so many of these testing sites is just how long it takes to get those results back. Here at this Manhattan one, and it's now up to 130 hours. That's 5.5 days. When's your flight?
2 days from now. That's it.
So you hope to have your PCR back?
Yeah, we hope to have our PCR back before then.
Autumn and Victor came to this clinic trying to get a test back so they can fly home to Puerto Rico.
So 5 hours later, you guys are now in another line.
Yeah.
Yep.
In the past week, the U.S. averaged more than 400,000 new daily COVID infections, a record for the entire pandemic, despite these slow, massive lines. Here in New York, the state recording its highest one-day tally since the pandemic, with over 85,000 positive cases.
Just how much may we be undercounting the number of positive cases?
This time with Omicron, because it's so easy to give and get, we think we could be missing anywhere from 70 to 90% of infections, depending on what region of the country you're in.
The long lines and long waits for PCR test results pushing many to turn to at-home kits.
I've waited in that line before. It's not very quick, but I get a more accurate test result though.
And so you're willing to exchange a more accurate test result in order to not wait in that line, is essentially what you're telling me.
Yeah.
But most of the at-home results are not being officially recorded.
How many of these at-home tests are even being reported back to the government?
We think anywhere near 50% could not be reported, maybe even higher, but it's a lot. And that's what accounts for, I think, the undercounting in Omicron.
The virus leaving families in the dead of winter waiting for answers.
We're just waiting to get tested finally.
All right, Vaughn Hillyard joins us now from just outside 30 Rock here. He was out and about all day. So, Vaughn, there are now 3 different tests that folks are really trying to fight for. They're waiting hours for. And how are these lines sort of different at each of these testing sites?
Tom, it's a mixed bag every corner you go to. Not only are there the federal, state, and city sites, there's a lot of private vendors who are offering up tests. And the question that you hear most often at these tents are, what kind of tests do you got? Do you even have a take-home test that we could offer? And each testing site that you go to so frequently offers a great variation of how long it'll take to get a PCR test. But there are an incredible number of people that are simply looking for these rapid tests. And so many of those lines that you saw in the video that we just showed you, that's what these people are looking for, so that they can go to school, so that they can go to work. Just the sheer functionality of a daily basis here. That is what you are seeing at these testing locations on the streets of New York right now, Tom.
And some just trying to find a test so they can go home. All right, Vaughn Hillyard with a story that many are facing, not just here in New York, but all across the country tonight. Vaughn, thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.